Let's make sure everything is working properly. Good morning. Good morning. There we go. When I make it big so I can see you guys' comments and stuff, it turns my sound back on, even though I've muted it. What is this live chat thing? Oh, I get it. Okay. Facebook is changing things constantly. Good morning. Come on in. Say hello. I can see you watching, but I don't know who you are. So say hi in the comments. I forgot to build an event for this today, and I'm trying really hard to be consistent. Consistency is not a strength for me, but it's okay. I'm learning. I'm committed. I wanted to talk to you today after a conversation with one of my students because she shared that she was feeling really overwhelmed by sending emails. So when we were talking about email marketing and adding that into our marketing, she said that the thought of adding something else on just seemed really overwhelming. And she didn't think that she could add more to her already busy life. And I get that. I hear you. I totally do. I'm going to put on some lotion because, this is just a conversation between girlfriends, maybe some guy friends out there too. I get that, guys. Like, I market like crazy just because I love marketing, but I also homeschool my senior in high school, which he's less homeschooled now. He has more enrichment stuff. But I also have a 6-year-old and I run 2 businesses. I run a full-time studio as well. So I'm actually marketing for 2 businesses and I get it. And you know what? I'm not consistent either. And I'm working on that. I even have, gosh, if I could show you on my desk. Actually, I wouldn't show you on my desk because it's a disaster right now. But I have a sheet that just is binary action. Did I do it or did I not? And I keep track of that so that I can remind myself to be consistent. So I get it. I know that you don't want to add something else onto your to-do list, but email shows over and over and over and over again to have a much larger return. And guys, these are big companies doing these surveys, okay? These are studies that are paid for. This is like the experts, right? Of listening to the people who actually know what they're talking about versus some weird relative in a Facebook comment that doesn't have a clue. So I wanted to share with you today what those emails can look like, because they don't have to be long. They don't have to be giving a full blog post or article worth of content. It doesn't have to be like that. As a matter of fact, all of your marketing should feed into each other, right? They should all be intertwined. So they're kind of like spokes of a wheel. Uh-oh, FedEx just showed up, which means my dogs might go nuts. So if I mute myself, you'll know why if you see me looking out the window. You're like, shh, dogs, be good. Think of spokes of a wheel, okay? And you have your wheel, and this is your wheel of marketing, right? This center is going to be your home base. So whatever that is for you, some people don't want to have a website. I don't know why. I think your website is one of your top assets in your business. But if you don't want to have a website, make it your Instagram feed or your Facebook post or Facebook page, whatever it's going to be. Galleries, I don't care. Figure out your home. Okay, that's the middle. And then figure out all of these other things that relate to each other. Because your email, all it is nurturing the people who have already signed up. They want to hear more from you. So I want to share with you. I'm going to mute myself real quick so you guys don't hear the dogs going nuts because FedEx is here. Okay. Sorry, guys. I should feel bad about that, but I don't because it's life. It's just life. So let me read to you some of the emails that I love most because really all you're doing is nurturing someone who's already said yes, they want to hear from you. Why are you not emailing them? And if you haven't built your list yet, why the hell not? All of your social channels should be feeding that. I just saw another friend of mine get her Facebook account shut down. This happens, guys. And if your Facebook account gets completely shut down, then what are you going to do? How are you going to reach out to all of these people that you've spent so much time working on building this Facebook page or this Facebook group or this Instagram feed? You spent so much time building this and it's amazing and you connect with people and you're booking people and that's awesome. But what happens if it gets shut down? Hey, Sean, good to see you. So welcome. I can see you guys watching. I just don't know who it is. I see Sean, I see Lisa. Hey, good to see ladies. We are talking about marketing and why it is important to have multiple methods of marketing because if one gets shut down, you're not completely screwed. So I want to share with you what some of these emails can look like because a lot of people tell me that they are overwhelmed with the thought of sending emails to their list every week, every month, every 2 weeks, whatever you want to do. And I get it. Sometimes I don't get to it either. You can batch that though. Did you know that? I have templates for that though. Did you know that? Let me read to you some of my favorite emails that I have received from people that I have signed up for. So the first one is from Jasmine Starr. She runs Social Curator. It is one of my favorite social media resources. It's captions and ideas for captions, all that good stuff, because Instagram is not my thing. But this email that she wrote, it's very short. It's like 4 sentences. It says, I wrote you a note, Brooke. And then it's a picture of her holding a Post-it note. It says, note to self, your results will silence their doubts. Keep your head up, do the work. Success is coming. Your friend, Jasmine Starr. And then she has a PS the other day. I got on a Zoom call with several of my girlfriends. I shut my laptop and thought to myself, and then she has a link on where to watch the video about that. That email is so short. It's what, 1, 2, 3 sentences, the greeting on her way out, and then another sentence with a link. It's 4 sentences total, guys. It does not have to be difficult. I think that we are making things so much more difficult than it has to be. All right. Let me find another one. Jasmine Star's really good at these. Sean said, what software do you use for client management? Personally, I use Pixify. I cannot imagine life without it. I always say Pixify is my right hand. I'd say Gmail or Google Calendar, or let's just say all of Google is my left hand, because these things help me so much. And actually, I just discovered that a lot of post-session follow-up that was supposed to be done was not completed. And so I've been going back through and following up, and I had a workflow in place. However, it was not put into Pixify. It wasn't in the CRM. So it had been separate from that because I wasn't familiar with how to mold the 2 workflows from like pre-session to post-session. So I figured that out. And now it's a good thing. I mean, it's kind of a pain in the ass that like 2-3 years of this stuff has not been done. So that's frustrating. But at the same time, it is really cool because I have now completely streamlined that. So I do have a post-session workflow. I think it's on my shop. Yep, I do. So I have the post-session workflow and questionnaire that is in my shop. I'll put a link in comments. Uh-oh, says video stopped. What happened? I still see it going, so I'm going to keep going. But I do have a post-session survey and questionnaire on my shop if you are looking for something to kind of streamline that process for you as well. Oh man, it says it stopped. Oh, it looks like it's going again. Crossing my fingers. Well, that's a bummer. So I don't know what we missed, if anything. I don't know what happened, but let me know what we missed, what you didn't hear. So just Cliff Notes version, some of my follow-up had not been done when I thought it had. And so I've been going back through 2 to 3 years of following up with clients after their sessions. And in the process, completely streamlined all of that. So that is in Pixify now. If you are looking for, let me pull this link too. If you are looking for a CRM or client management system, and you're like, I don't even know what to look for, Brooke, I really, really, really recommend Pixify. That's what I use. Now, when I give you guys this link that I just threw into the comments, and if you're watching on YouTube, come over to the Facebook group so you can say hi. It's businessstraightup.com/community. But the link for this particular episode is a podcast episode with Tim Hussey. He is the founder and badass behind Pixify. Will get you a much longer free trial. So there is a code, and I don't get paid for this. I'm actually a lifer, so I paid for a lifetime subscription of Pixify. So there is no like kickback. I'm not necessarily an affiliate, but he did create a code for my listeners that gets you 3 months free, because most of them give you a month free, which is amazing. But CRMs, they take time. There's a learning curve, and so many people get frustrated and they just give up. And I was very frustrated too. So I feel you, but trust me, it is so worth learning, because once you're in there and you have everything set up, it saves you so much time. So I went through, streamlined this entire process, my post-session process in Pixify, so that it's all automated now. So I don't have to do it. So no one has to do it, which is amazing. And today we are talking about some of the emails that you can send. Sorry, I got totally distracted there. By CRMs, but I want to share with you some of the emails that you can send that don't have to be super long. Everyone thinks marketing has to be this, like, you have to write this really long blog post. And quite frankly, you should be sending an email that points to a blog post or another longer piece that you've written. Because when you're writing this content that's so good and so juicy and so valuable that people want to share it, that's the stuff that you need to be sending and that you need to be linking to in your email. So let's see, what's another email? Crack. My back is cracking like crazy. Here's another one from Jasmine Star. A little fangirl. I actually tailgated before one of her live events many years ago. We had this huge event. It was a ton of fun. So this one is a little longer, but it says, I'll just start from the beginning. She told me, if you focus on what you don't have, it'll never be enough. I started thinking that perhaps it's not what we don't have, but what we think we don't have. And then it's about 4 more sentences, and that's it. And then in the PS, again, she points to a podcast episode. So what she's doing is she's just reaching out and connecting with people. And I know that if you've taken any of my email courses, the free ones, the paid ones, it doesn't matter. You know that I teach you have to be offering value in these emails that you're sending out. Now, the question then becomes, what does that value look like? And people think they have to be selling all the time. Like, hey, book your session. Hey, book your wedding. Hey, are you booked yet? Hey, get your engagement stuff. It doesn't have to be like that. You guys can just reach out and add a smile to someone's day. And that is valuable. The way that you offer value does not necessarily have to be in the form of a sale. There are so many things that you can offer that will remind people, A, that you're there, because they have their own lives. We always think that people are judging us or like watching us, and they're like, they're going to know I posted that before. No one knows. No one cares. Even if they notice, who cares? People aren't thinking about you near as much as you think they are. I know that that's hard to hear, because we are all thinking that everyone is looking at us and everyone is judging us or talking about us or giving us the stink eye. And the fact is that people are not thinking about you near as much as you think they are. And so sending that email, one, reminds them that you're there, because chances are, especially if you do something like families, or for me as Boudoir, it may be something that they meant to do when they signed up for your list and then they just forgot. And life happened, and school happened, and work and family and all sorts of stuff happened. Life happens and it gets in the way. And that little email in their inbox can be a reminder of, hey, I'm still here and I do care about you. And whenever you're ready to book, I'm ready for you. You do not have to be selling in your emails. Just reach out. Oh, I could get on my soapbox all day about this. So I would love to know if you guys have any questions. Just the Tip Tuesday, I really designed just to be a conversation. If you needed help with something, if there was something specific that you wanted to call attention to, I'm happy to help with that. Like Sean asked about the CRM, and I'm happy to give recommendations on things. I've taken pretty much every course available. So if you're like, bro, is this course really worth it? I will give you my complete and honest opinion on courses and guides and everything that's out there. And I'm happy to help. But if I don't get questions, then we're going to talk about stuff like this, about the stuff you should be doing, because people signed up. They want to hear from you, or they contacted you. They want to hear from you. So I hope that makes sense. If you are watching live, I keep looking over here because I had to look at my email. The microphone's in the way. Wah, wah. So let me know in the comments. Does this make sense to you? Does this resonate with you? Are you like, yes, I can totally do that. I can totally reach out to people easily. Or are you like, that sounds terrifying. I don't think that's going to happen. You can listen to my dog scratch her neck. Who's drinking pumpkin spice lattes? Who's got their pumpkin spice going on? I actually do not. This is almond. That's my favorite. But you know, happy autumn. Do y'all have your Halloween decorations up? I totally do. And I've been looking at Christmas trees for a studio set. You know, why does Facebook always freeze my video on the worst possible frames? It's ridiculous. Thanks, Facebook. So if you guys need help with anything, let me know. If you need a template, do you guys know about my shop? It's shopwithbrooke.com. Don't forget my name has an E on the end. So shopwithbrooke.com. And that's where all of my templates are. If you know that you have heard me talk about something in a live and you're like, Brooke, you said you have a template for this, I can't find it, let me know, because I'll send you the link. And if it's not on the shop and you guys send an idea, did you know this? If you really want something and it's not on the shop yet, and you send over the idea and I decide to put it in the shop, you get 50% off. Boom. So let me know what you think. Let me know what you're going to send out to your tribe, your group, your community this week. I want to know. Let me know in the comments. Let's get some accountability going in here. Have an amazing rest of your day. And as always, if you need help, let me know. I really, really, really want to help you. Have a wonderful rest of your day.